Yeah, one of my buddies back in the day had said, when I'm in an event, when I'm in a social situation, I wish I could see myself. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I wish I could see if I look approachable, if I look okay, but I don't know if I look like a creep or if I look really shy or how I appear." So I said, "Oh, I have just the thing." And so uh, we call it, and it kind of folds in really well with the cape walk. And this is usually when you're sitting down. You can do it standing as well, but I call the move Duke Cookie Face, and it is how to look calm, cool, confident, approachable in any social setting. And this is something that you can use in an event, or at the t-ball game, or at a restaurant. I've used this at concerts, everywhere, just because it works so well. This is probably the number one thing, my number one tip. If I could only teach one thing, it would be this thing, the Duke Cookie Face. And uh, how it all originated was I went to a holiday party, and with a lady that I was dating at the time, and I knew that she knew everybody there. I didn't know anyone except for her, and I knew that everyone was going to be curious on who she brought, who did she bring, so they're going to be checking me out, judging me. I'll be looking
Sure.
at me.
The judgy eyes.
Yes, and I don't, I can't tell. I'm not going to know when people are looking at me, and this applies to everybody. When you show up somewhere, you don't know who's checking you out, who's looking at you, and what kind of calculations and judgments they're making in their mind. So you want to have that presence about you, kind of like with the cape walk, where they're like, "Huh, something's going on. I need to know this person." And so I said, "Okay, how can I leave this good impression, make this good impression, even though I'm only going to meet a handful of people, but there's a lot of people there, but I need to have this, just project a good impression." And so the Duke Cookie Face was born. So what I did was I said, "Okay, when I'm sitting down, how would a nobleman sit? How would a duke sit, right?" And then so I said, "Okay, they wouldn't be really stiff or anything, and they wouldn't just be kind of hey, what's going on?"
Slouch fest. Yeah.
They would have a nice posture. It'd be kind of relaxed, but a good relaxed posture. And then you can lean, do whatever you want. So a nice, good, relaxed posture. And then your face. I said, "Okay, if I walked into my best friend's house and when I open the door, I'm hit with the aroma of fresh baked cookies. And I love cookies. And I know he's going to say, 'Would you like a cookie?' It's coming. He's going to invite me to have cookies. And so I'm not going to be like, 'Hey, cookies.' And, but I will have like a nice, cookies are coming." It'll be kind of a pleasant, "Hey, I know some cookies are coming." So I have this light glow about me. And so I did this at this holiday party. And so then anyone looking at me would just say, "Okay, he's got his posture, and he looks like he's enjoying himself." I'm not sitting there like scowling or anything. I have a nice, like, "Hey, this is good." And then when you lock eyes with somebody, telepathically, I would say, "Cookies are coming," and nod. And then
Sure.
I don't know on their side what they're receiving, what they're thinking, but it's a pleasant thing. And so this has brought people, it makes you very approachable. And I've used this. Oh, so at that holiday party afterwards, the woman I was dating at the time, she said, "Everyone loved you. What did you do?" And I said, "Cookies are coming." And she had no idea what was going on. But that worked so well, I started using it at restaurants while I was picking up to go order. I would do it, and people would just start talking to me. They'd come up and start talking to me at events. I would go and sit down, and I would, instead of looking at my phone, I would do the Duke Cookie Face. And for the ladies, Duchess Cookie Face. How would a Duchess sit? How would then the cookies? And if you don't like cookies, then something that you would like. And people would just come up, they would approach me. But if I had the phone, or if I was just sitting there, then people wouldn't approach me. But doing this, so many people have just come up, introduced themselves, and so that takes the burden off of me. I don't have to do it. I just have to sit there and look approachable, and people come up and they want to talk to me. And it's been such a great, such a great move. And so you also feel really good about yourself. You feel confident, and you're just sitting there thinking about, hey, cookies are coming, and it gives you a glow. And I was in Spain with a lady friend of mine, and I had went to the men's room, and I came back, and she was just sitting there scrunched up looking at her phone. And I said, what are you doing? No, no, let's do this again. And I said, do the Duchess cookie face. And I said, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to come back up these stairs. And so I left. And then when I came back up the stairs, she was doing it, and she looked radiant. She was just standing out in the room. She had this glow. And when I saw her, I said, that looks like somebody that I need to talk to. Like, who is that? I knew, I knew her, but it was a night and day difference from she's just sitting over there to, wow, what's going on? I need to talk to her. And so it's such a simple thing, but it has a huge, huge impact. And I've had grand success using it. And I know that you've also been able to have some fun with it. So please share what you've learned about the Duke cookie face.
Yes, I don't have any specific examples that I know, like as in, sitting at a restaurant, but just changing any type of appearance whenever you're at any type of event, or if you're in a classroom setting, or even if you're presenting something. I've noticed it with you tons of times. I've actually always wanted to ask you, Nick, could you give us a 5-second example of the Duke cookie face? I've always wanted to do that, but it's like, you don't need to, because you're always kind of, I don't want to say in character, it's just kind of who you've become, right? When I think so one of the things that drew me to you, I actually met you at an event, well, talking kind of to other people at this point, but I
Right.
met you sitting at a we were in some type we were in a hotel, and we were at a restaurant inside of the hotel, and I seen you sitting there, and you looked like you were patiently waiting for something, but you also looked positively vibrant, right? Like, I just seen you. I was like, huh, interesting. And I don't know if you had your name tag on or what you had, but something drew me to you. I don't know what it was, but you looked like you were very pleasantly sitting there, positive, full of energy that I wanted to be a part of. And I remember just coming up to you and just having that conversation. So, as far as seeing other people do it, seeing you do it without knowing anything about it, I came straight to you, and we got into this, relationship, and, through what we've learned and through what we've been through so far, that kind of kicked it off, is just your presence of sitting there doing the Duke cookie face.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can do it sitting, you can do it standing, with the cakewalk, without the cakewalk. Yeah, I mean, it works best, I think, all together. But yeah, it's certainly, it sets another type of that presence, like as in the cakewalk, approachable. And yeah, how would a royal person sit? I don't know. They've been trained their whole lives to sit like that.
Right.
Well, here you go. What would you expect for them to be? Would you expect them to be like this? Probably not, because they don't need to. They don't need to be something they're not,
Right.
right? Just like as in we don't need to be. We just want to be approachable,
Right.
and we don't know the steps on how to do it. So, is this your Duke cookie face right now, Nick?
I, I I think that if you do it enough, then you just kind of settle into it. And
I
so
agree.
yeah, so it's really good to practice. And like you said, there's no special way that it has to be. It's just in your mind. What do you think? How would a Duke sit in your mind? How would a Duchess sit in your mind? So whatever you think that is, that's good enough. So it doesn't say, no, no, it has to be this certain way. It's just,
Yep.
what do you think? Just what feels natural to you for that. And it's not saying, well, this isn't me. It's, you can sit however it's not like you're becoming some other person. You're just sitting. You're
It's
sitting
your
and
own conceptual identity, your own conceptual self of a way that you think. Like you said, it's perfect. There's no, well, you have to sit with your hand over here and your left hand on this side, and your face has to be half, cocked to the right. No, it's just like you said, it's based on your own conceptual
right.
thought process of what it should be.
It's very easy. And sometimes if I forget, then as soon as I remember, because you can't always, when I'm walking, I like with the cape walk, sometimes I forget about it. And then I go, wait a minute, cape walk, wait a minute, do cookie face. And then I throw it in because I something's off here. And I go, oh, wait a minute. Yes, that's right. I can sit, because a lot of times I'll forget and I'll start slouching or something. Even if I'm tired, it will change that physiology. If you change your posture, it somehow changes a lot of other, like, chemicals start flowing, and even if you were tired and you wanted to slump, if you start sitting up, then it actually makes you more alert, and it changes a lot of things. It definitely makes you approachable, though, and being
Certainly.
approachable definitely makes things easier.